King and fellas, I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Borderlands The Handsome Collection. And in today's episode, we're going over here, find food for Dukino. Dukino is this little puppy over there. We helped him out last episode. We freed him from his chains. We gave him medicine. We gave him the right to vote. Gave him a dream to aspire to. And now we gotta give him some food because he's starving. And yeah, I'm in Lynchwood. Last episode, we wrapped up Opportunity. Went from a futuristic city to a very western-like city, which is pretty cool. And now we're doing all this. There's plenty of missions from Brick in this area. He wants us to rob a bank. He wants us to blow up a train. We're doing a bank robbery. We're doing a train robbery.
Civilized as opportunity are not to be believed.
Oh, and also this is the sheriff of Lynchwood.
I came to Pandora for action.
Yeah. Who's the sheriff of Lynchwood? Can you guys take a guess who might be the sheriff of Lynchwood?
You think it's weird that we're facing stand parts of the other stands?
Nah. What do you think cat food is made out of? Cats, of course. That's why they call it cat food. If it was made of fish or turkey, then it would have been called turkey food. Obviously.
Deputized me at gunpoint. Scares the crap out of me. And I really hope she doesn't
Yeah, so Sheriff is a horrible dictator of this place. Put a bunch of laws that are all punishable by death, if broken. And the deputy is like a nice guy, and he keeps warning people to stop breaking laws because the sheriff is just waiting for someone to break a law so she can kill them. You know what? Since I'm in a western town with the western boys, western town of Denavold, I might as well use my fucking revolver, right?
Sheriff is offering $500 for every slab scalp. The Slab King's none too happy about what she did to him, so keep your eyes open.
Also, there's audio logs for Axton's backstory.
There you go, Sheriff.
Oh, I found the last
Those are
one.
the guys who robbed your bank last week. I accept cash. All right, here's your 10,000. The warrant says 20,000. The warrant also specified alive. Fair enough. The hell you looking so sad for? You're still making more money than anyone around here will see in 6 months. Ah, it's not the money. It was just easy, no? Too easy. What's the matter? You didn't get enough glory in the military? Oh, there was plenty of glory. Just the kind that winds you up on this hellhole of a planet.
Also, apparently...
Right now?
Yes. Why?
Get the Hyperion Truth Network on the line now.
Oh, I guess we won't hear the rest of the story. So that's not the last one, that's like the pre-last one. I think I found the third one out of the four of the audio logs you can find about Axton. He's probably got the lamest backstory out of everybody here, because like Salvador murdered a bunch of like people, and he was cool enough to impress Handsome Jack. Zero is obviously a mystery assassin, which Handsome Jack makes fun of at first, but then he kind of says that, okay, never mind, this guy's kind of cool. Maya, he was obviously interested, like, already, and I'm honestly, like, this is a little bit why I'm disappointed with, like, the lack of involvement of the main characters in the story. You play as a fucking siren. Handsome Jack has an obsession with sirens. Why isn't he obsessed with my playable character? He doesn't seem to give a shit about her much. He only cares about Angel and Lilith. Oh yeah, I think that's a spoiler that Angel is a siren, but whatever. Recoil on this gun is a little bit... makes it hard to aim with.
The sheriff has asked me, Deputy Winger, to remind you all of the individual punishments for breaking her 283
And then
laws.
Axton's backstory is that he was being tortured by a bunch of bandits, but he apparently did it on purpose so he could infiltrate their place
Punishment for everything is
and
death.
kill them all.
So please keep your head down and be cool.
And yeah, like I said in last episode, in this game we see all the Vault Hunters from Borderlands 1 come together and act like friends, and it's really nice to see that. But then in Borderlands 3 we don't get to see Borderlands' 2 Vault Hunters come together. We only see Maya and Zero, and they don't even interact with each other.
Really? It'll be a lot easier to take care of you all if you're in the same place.
Silence!
Oh, and yeah, and I still sound like Handsome Jack. I'll sound like that for a little bit longer. Also, you know what's funny? When you play as Krieg, the Psycho, when his voice becomes like Handsome Jack, he just goes like really quiet. I guess Handsome Jack's voice actor just could not pull off doing Krieg's voice lines because they're so crazy. But what's hilarious about that is that like Krieg's voice performance is just so fucking good. Like, I can't get enough of just listening to Krieg. Even in his DLC in Borderlands 3, he sounds fucking vicious. Like, whenever I think of the craziest fucking video game characters that are like, you know, supposed to be insane, Krieg is definitely like #1. Also, we found a clue for where the Bane is. Remember that? We're looking for a cursed SMG gun called the Bane. If you know anything about this game, you probably know how infamous this gun is. It's a joke weapon, but what's funny about it is, I don't know. In case you don't know, I'll show you later. When we get it. There's a force field, but I don't know how the fuck to disable it. I could follow these stupid fucking power lines and shit, but I really don't fucking feel like doing that. You know what I wish? I wish the Dukino quest line wasn't like I wish I could just pick up everything he needs at once and then deliver it to him. Instead of like running back and forth, delivering this piece of trash, this piece of garbage, and just delivering one thing at a time.
You could always run. The sheriff won't follow you out of Lynchwood, and I certainly won't. Please, just leave. Save yourself.
Yeah, these are fucking bandits. I don't think they think for themselves much.
You're looking for a nice, quiet.
Otherwise, why would they become bandits?
Pick out your last hanging from one of my gallows.
I got a feeling that whoever stays in Lynchwood actually somewhat enjoys staying here.
Welcome to Lynchwood.
With the threat of dying every day. I think they kind of like it. A bunch of masochistic pieces of shit. Yeah, you know what? Tomorrow, very early on, I gotta go back to my driving lessons. Because last week I didn't do a single driving lesson, but tomorrow I'm gonna have some driving lessons. And from that point on, I will be doing driving lessons every day until my exam. And I better fucking pass that exam first try, because I think I'm gonna get into some deep depression if I don't. Because my entire fucking plan of moving out of my fucking parents' house is now all dependent on just like me passing this test. This is like the last thing I want to take care of here before I leave. Look at that, Dukino's all bigger now. He's so cute.
Hungry, huh? Well, maybe some skag tongues will fill him up. Just shoot enough skags in the mouth and you'll have a freaking smorgasbord ready for him.
Smorgasbord. Okay, what's the next clue for the Bane? Oh, we're looking for the gun already. That's where the gun is hidden. Alright, let's go this way. So, yeah, and when the Borderlands 3 came out, and one of the Flag, you know, has a bunch of pets following him around, I picked a spider to follow me around, Spider-Ant. That I just simply called Spider because I couldn't think of a cool spider name. So it's just called Spider. And, the other pet he can possibly have is a skag. And when I first seen his trailers that he has a skag, a monkey, and a spider-ant, I thought it would be really cool if his pet skag turned out to be Dukino from this game, but it's not. It's just some other skag that also happens to be friendly. Remember in the pre-sequel, the only skag that appears in that game is called Benjamin or something, and he's he only appears in one place. You can't interact with him much. He pretty much all he does is just kind of sits in his cage
Sweep of the city sometime in the next few weeks.
and doesn't really do much.
No, I don't know what her real name is. All I know is she deputized me at gunpoint. She scared the crap out of me, and I really hope she's not listening to this.
Yeah, I gotta score some crits on. I gotta shoot skags in their open mouths and pick up their tongues. I don't know why, but I gotta do that. Guess I gotta feed Dukino with remnants of his species. I don't fucking know what for, but maybe to unleash some kind of inner power. Just like in real life, when people start eating other people, it's usually because they're fucking insane. You know what? It's kind of an interesting thing that the human brain is basically, you know, like a big squishy computer in a way, and it's programmed in such a way that it's like a fail state almost. You can call that that we just cannot eat each other's meat. If you start eating fucking human meat, you're guaranteed to go insane. Like, even if you're a normal, sane person, and all of a sudden one day you just start eating meat, you will fucking go insane. That's kind of interesting, because I remember reading about it once, and I believe it's some, like actual, like, genuine, fail state in our brain program. It's not like a thing where, like, oh, the human flesh has some chemical in it that doesn't like, or, like, responds badly to our brain or whatever, but, like, no, it's just normal fucking meat. But it's like, eating it is just fucking you up, you know? It's a forbidden meat. That's probably why, like, I don't know, one time I was reading stuff about cannibals and, like, what type of people they are. And also, apparently somewhere, I think it was China or somewhere like that, there's like a restaurant where you can legally eat human meat. And like every single, like, meat that they sell there was, like, legally donated or something. So, like, if you die, you can donate your body to be chopped up and served in a restaurant. And I don't know how, like, I bet at least 1 out of 5 people who were sold there to be eaten consented to it. I don't know about the other 4. But I would rather not think about it. I'm talking about it because of Dukino eating his own species, and also bandits in this universe are cannibals and shit. Wait, what the fuck am I doing? Freight 10 to Kaboom, then why do I have 5 minutes to do that?
Good going. Now grab the bomb. Damn.
I'm on a timer?
Take it to the abandoned train track.
Damn, he's strong, because I picked up the entire cart alongside the bomb. Oh look, a vault symbol. Oh, but not that kind of vault symbol, I see.
I had one of my slabs set up a detonator for the bomb cart. Get to it before the train leaves.
Let me tell
That's
you
a cool
something
excuse
about
for this shit just appearing out of nowhere. Oh look, it's the sheriff speaking to us.
He never sold out
You
his
can see what the
friends.
sheriff looks like.
It was this little brown thing. Once I wrapped my hands around its neck,
There's Mad Dog. Ah, he drops a unique assault rifle. Probably the worst. Like, remember when I said that some legendaries are just objectively not good? His assault rifle is absolute garbage. Mad Dog drops an assault rifle called the Madhouse. Very fitting. And it is a piece of garbage.
Silence!
He said they took my head. Pretty dark. Anyway, we killed the Mad Dog. That's kind of
Don't
cool.
hit the detonator until it's right on top of the train.
Alright. You mean right underneath the train?
Hell yeah. No more iridium coming out of Lynchwood now, that's for sure.
Nice.
Let me know when you're ready for the next thing.
Sabotage another thing.
The iridium mines, half the reason this town exists. Well, credit where credit's due. You really know how to push my buttons. I hear that after Brick escaped our custody, he tracked down the guy who betrayed New Haven to Hyperion. Somebody named Shep Sanders. Brick gouged his eyes out with his thumbs and cracked his skull open like an egg. All while poor Shep screamed for mercy. Your friend Roland kicked him out of Sanctuary after that. You've all had to think you're different from bandits. But you're not.
Well, it's just Roland who's not different. I mean, he's literally a bandit chief. See, that's another faction of bandits in this game. The Slabs. At first we fought the Bloodshots, then there was the Children of the Firehawk. What did they call themselves? I guess they were just the Children of the Firehawk. Then we had the Slabs, and now we have the Lynchwood bandits. I guess the bandits in the dust might also be part of the Lynchwood bandits.
Warning, you will be terminated.
Oh, shut up. Fucking shit up, can't you see?
We got what we need to make a fireball.
Good thing I noticed that, otherwise I would have killed Mad Dog and not pick up the thing I meant to pick up from him. Yeah, so Sheriff of Lynchwood just is aware of the fact that we're running around amok, fucking blowing her town up and shit, and she doesn't seem to mind all that much. And who is the Sheriff of Lynchwood? Can you fucking see? Can you see the resemblance of who it is? Yeah, can you? Like, she's called the Sheriff, but I hope you already put the 2 and 2 together, that she's a cowboy type character. She's kind of like a sadistic female character too. And what kind of a character like that have we been fucking playing as before? That's right, it's Nisha from Borderlands the pre-sequel, the character we played as for the first half of this Let's Play. It's her. She's back. She made a comeback, and now instead of a playable character, she's a minor antagonist. You know what, at least Wilhelm was like a major boss in the story. But Nisha is completely optional. Like, if you want, you don't even need to go to Lynchwood. Back when I first played this game, I'm pretty sure I completely missed that Lynchwood exists. And I never found her, and I was a little bit sad about that. And also, it just kind of sucks that the pre-sequel being a prequel, you know, they brought back all these characters that aren't very important in the grand scheme of things in Borderlands 2. Like Nisha, she's just a villain for this one area. And then in the pre-sequel, they made her into the main character. And she's awesome. She gets like a lot of character development about how her mother used to be very abusive and stuff, and that turned her into a good gunslinger somehow. And it's awesome. And it's like, I even remember hearing that like the writers of Borderlands really regret that they killed off Nisha because they also really liked her character. And you know what's funny? In Borderlands 3, the third DLC to that game is all cowboy themed. It's like a western town of Denenwald. It's and you meet a character named Rose, Butcher Rose, that's her name, and she's basically Nisha 2.0. She's a cowboy, except this time she's also like really good with a revolver. I'm actually curious who would be like more powerful, Nisha or another puppy.
Lucky for us, Skag's eating crap out of the same hole, so this won't take too long. Follow him and get the bomb back when he hawks it up.
Poor little puppy. Had to kill him.
Voila! One Skag bomb ready for bank busting.
I don't know why we had to cover a bomb with vomit, but whatever.
Wyatt.
I think it's just so we can turn it into a sticky bomb so that it sticks to a wall. Or did we really have to stick it to a wall? Couldn't we, I don't know, fucking do anything else? I don't know. Maybe that was the only way to stick it to a wall. Covered it in vomit. That's how I stick things to a wall. Cover them in my own vomit. Yeah, and what was I talking about? Yeah, so in Borderlands 3, they really show off just how much they regret killing off Nisha, because they introduce a character that's basically another Nisha, and her name is Butcher Rose, and she's even more awesome than Nisha, because people have even been speculating whether she's a siren or not, because she's got tattoos, and some kind of weird glowy powers that allow her to be a really good shot, and she has a really fucking amazing design. Like, she really is Nisha 2.0, just like better. We found the Bane. It's what's this? Well, that's a nice SMG. It's a fire SMG from Hyperion. Looks kind of weird. It's like it's covered in vomit. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like a bandit Hyperion SMG. You know, like it's a Hyperion SMG, but it's got this like texture of a bandit weapon or something. I don't know. We'll use it later or something. See what it does. I know what it does, but if you don't know what it does, then you're in for a treat. I told you it's a joke weapon, right? But what do you think it does? Oh, I don't know. Shoots blanks or something? Yeah, I wish it fucking did. What the fuck is with these enemies? Why are they so tough?
That was close.
Yeah, so Nisha's an awesome character. And like, again, Wilhelm is another character that we hear about how badass he is, but then we fight him in this game and he's just like dies. And he's not all that badass as they make him out to be. And this game has the same problem that the Grand Theft Auto prequels have, the Stories games. Because, alright, Liberty City Stories, you know, you play as Tony Cipriani, and then in GTA 3 you meet him and he's just a little bit older, fatter, and he gives you missions, but he still comes off as a badass, like he might be a ruthless gangster. And then you find out in Liberty City Stories just how much of a ruthless gangster he really is, because he's fucking crazy. Straight up a fucking terrorist. Also in this area, it seems like rats and other types of bandits are working together. Because
Where was it?
we see rats riding on these armored skags, and we also saw a nomad riding on an armored skag, so that must mean that, for example, in the fridge, instead of fighting bandits, we fight rats. But in this area, we fight both rats and bandits, and why is the chest so fucking huge? Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Fucking like a way bigger chest than it should be. And what, did I punch the web? Wait, can you fucking interact with these things? Nah. Nisha is also Handsome Jack's girlfriend.
Silence.
So just think how much are we fucking with Jack right now. We destroyed his statue, sabotaged his entire city that he was building here. And now we're about to kill his fucking girlfriend. Yeah, you fight Nisha and it's not even like a proper boss fight like Wilhelm, where Wilhelm had a huge health bar. Nisha is probably the character that was done the dirtiest in this series. If you play this series chronologically and you actually play the pre-sequel before Borderlands 2, like I did in this Let's Play, then we find out how much of a cool character Nisha is, only for her to be killed off like some slightly more intimidating enemy. Not even a boss fight, not even like a mandatory boss you have to kill during Borderlands 2 story. Just an optional boss that's like slightly tougher than normal. But like we found out that she's a fucking badass in the pre-sequel. What happened to her? And what happened to Wilhelm? Like, Wilhelm, there's a cut piece of dialogue in this game that actually tells you that Handsome Jack poisoned Wilhelm. Because if he wasn't poisoned, he would have mopped the floor with you. But because he was poisoned, you were able to kill him. And that was all part of Handsome Jack's plan. Because if you don't remember, killing Wilhelm allowed us to retrieve a core or something to put in Sanctuary's defensive system, but it was a fake one. So it allowed Handsome Jack to actually open fire on Sanctuary. So basically, Handsome Jack sacrificed the life of Wilhelm so that he could fuck with Sanctuary, I guess. And again, if you play as Wilhelm, like me, and you really like him in the pre-sequel because he's an awesome character, it's sad to see him go like that. Or he's basically turns into a sacrifice. Even though he's supposed to be one of the most badass like mercenaries in the series. Probably the most powerful soldier-like character that we've had.
Quiet.
My fucking cash money, you piece of shit. Fucking stole $200,000 from me. Yeah, and what else? Kind of all I have to say, really. It just sucks, you know. That's the problem with the prequels. I'm sure if pre-sequel came out first and then they released Borderlands 2, they would have made sure that Nisha and Wilhelm get proper treatment, because one of the other playable characters in Borderlands, the pre-sequel, is Aurelia, and Aurelia also becomes a boss fight in Borderlands 3. But she gets like a whole setup where she becomes the villain for like a little bit, where she took over Jacob's business, and she's in the Jacob's mansion, and you have to get to her, and then you have an intro with her, a proper boss fight where she's hit like a lot of different abilities that she's using, and it's like a really cool boss fight. And also, I'd never really played as Aurelia. That's like one of the few Vault Hunters I never played as, so I never really got to like her very much.
Over here looks way too big to sleep in that little shoebox anymore. You might want to escort him to some new digs.
Let's escort him to some new digs.
$500 for every slab scalp. Slab King's none too happy about what she did to him.
Yeah,
Keep
but
your eyes open.
the best way they handled the Vault Hunters from the pre-sequel is probably Timothy. Timothy is like the most powerful, but like in the lore, I don't think he's supposed to be, because Timothy is just like a guy that kind of happened to be here. And then in Borderlands 3, they revealed that after the events of the pre-sequel, he was sent to a casino that was meant to be like a reward for him after the events of the pre-sequel. You know, like, oh, you did this really hard job. Your reward is that your next job is not gonna be so hard. But then when Handsome Jack dies, and at the end of this game, it puts the casino on lockdown. And then the casino basically becomes like a fucking battle royale ground where it's everybody for themselves. And these fucking guys look really weird. They have like cartoony proportions. Fucking blew the guy up. Heard some midget, but I didn't saw him anywhere. Maybe I killed him without even realizing that. Hi, Dukino. Such a cute little popster. When we get to that area, I'm gonna... How long is this episode?
If you're here, that means one of two things. You're looking for a nice, quiet life.
See, 30 minutes and I managed to wrap up pretty much everything there was to do in this place.
Given up
We
boring
just gotta rob a bank and that's kind of it.
Welcome.
Clear out this area. A bunch of annoying ass rats.
Stop.
These guys are like really annoying. These, what are they called? Like on True Vault Hunter mode, they're called like an acronym, like ROSE or some shit. But when you play on normal, they're called lab rats, and they have the ability to shoot fucking electric beams from their eyes. Yep, so this area belongs to Dukino now, and you might think, oh no, Dukino's gonna grow even bigger, and that's what the boss fight we're gonna have to fight here later. No, it's a different thing. Don't worry, Dukino's gonna be fine. No harm will come to this popster on my watch. So yeah, the way they handle Nisha and Wilhelm is definitely shitty. The way they handle Athena is somewhat better, but then New Tales of the Borderlands is saying that Athena is the CEO of Hyperion now, and it's like, why? What the fuck even? Like, New Tales should just straight up not be fucking canon. That game is dog shit. And I fucking can't stand that fucking game. I made a Let's Play out of it, and I regret... Well, I'm a huge Borderlands fan, so I would have bought this game no matter how bad it was, but... Jesus fucking Christ. It's not that the game is bad, where like a bad adventure game. It's a fine adventure game, it's just the plot and the things it does with the Borderlands' lore that, believe it or not, I actually kind of care about. Fucking sucks ass so much. It's unbelievable just how much it fucking sucks.
Bank robbery. Now you're talking.
Quiet.
Get 'em, boys.
That's flag. Not just the bank.
Farewell.
Let's loot the place and kill that idiot. Get rid of him.
Bank robbers? Who would ever want to rob a bank? That's so uncivilized. Nice. It's like a faster method of stealing all the money.
You got the money?
But you gotta open up everything from the top, because if you start opening from the bottom, you, instead of opening up the next locker, you will get a prompt to just like bury the to pick up the money. So yeah, I made a slightly faster method of picking up the money. Let's go turn this quest in and like wrap up the rest of the missions in the next episode. Maybe I'll even be able to kill the bunker today. Because this is what, the second episode I'm recording today? I'm wrapping this game up, man. Really quickly.
Thanks for the scratch.
Yeah, Wilhelm got handled pretty, at least slightly better than Nisha. Nisha definitely got handled the worst. But it's like the case with Victor Vance. You know, where at the beginning of Vice City, he just gets fucking gunned down and you don't really think about his character much. And then they all of a sudden reveal that this guy who randomly gets gunned down at the beginning of Vice City, turns out he's a fucking badass. And you want to know why. Like, why is this guy a badass? I wouldn't expect some random ass NPC to be a badass, and then in the prequel, he's completely fucking different to how he's portrayed in Vice City. Which always really fucking bothered me. Like, couldn't they take clues from his very limited character development that he had in Vice City, and like maybe try to build around that? Instead, they make a completely new character pretty much. And I don't know, I've heard people say that they have a headcanon that it's not Victor Vance who gets killed, it's actually Pete, the third brother who we never meet. And you know what, I kinda like that. Like, maybe Lance Vance managed to convince their third brother to join in on the action. Maybe it turns out that Pete, who we never meet, so we don't know anything about him, is just as reckless as Lance. So maybe he would go in on that business opportunity. And maybe Victor, after hearing that two of his brothers got gunned down, instead of looking for the people who did it, because it's kind of a mystery who did that anyway. We don't really know for sure whether it was Diaz, whether it was Sonny. We don't really know who the fuck gunned down Victor at the beginning of Vice City. So maybe Victor was just like... let's assume it was Pete. I like that idea. That's a pseudo-canon type of thing. Fan canon or something. So maybe Victor assumed that he's probably not gonna now start doing some kind of investigation. He's just gonna leave and actually live his normal life like he always wanted to. His girlfriend got fucking murdered in Vice City Stories. His brother got him way too deep into the criminal underworld. So yeah, I like, with the characterization of Victor Vance from Vice City Stories, I can see how Victor would probably want to move on from being a gangster and, kind of start living a normal life and shit. Anyway, next episode I'm going to show you how the Bane works. And I'm going to regret doing that, so see you fellas in the next episode. Bye.